Another day. We're in here and they've finished insulating. Just fantastic job. Here are some of the details. If this thing focuses. Right there. Usually that rim joist cavity, is a tough one between floors. For me, it's kind of between my first floor and my loft area. And we just stretched the netting out to the nearest joist and filled the whole thing. Each hole represents a place where they jammed the tube in and dense packed. There's a lot of holes here because I have such thick walls and thick ceiling that they had to do it multiple times in order to get each little area completely dense packed. You can see they had to do it above the windows there, below the windows, up in the ceiling. Of course, they finished that 2 days ago, but there's a lot of holes. And I've got, the trusses are 22 inches thick at the heel and 30 inches thick at the ridge. And that's perpendicular to the roof sheathing. So there's a lot of holes because they, like I said, they just had to do it so often to make sure that every little bit of the ceiling got packed. What else can I show you? I mean, I'm really impressed. They use this roller basically to smooth out some of the areas to make it easier for the drywaller. So as they go with these, they apply a lot of pressure. I'm just doing this with one hand because I'm using the video camera, but they apply a lot of pressure and really get that banged in there. And that just kind of compresses just the top layer to the point where it becomes more flat so we can get the drywall on. Or in this case it's going to be sheetrock and plaster. You can still see the double. That's for the beam. You can kind of see where I jumped out with the thickness. The main walls all down here are 11 1/4 inches thick, rough frame dimensions. And then up there it's 16 inches thick, rough frame dimensions. Come on, focus. There we go. So there's a jump. And I did that because I figured, look, with the low slope of the roof, I don't really need that space. There's not much I can do with that, just because it's so short. So I figured, why not throw extra insulation in there? That's my theory. Not going to use the space, put insulation in it. So that's all for everything symmetrical. Really changes the look of the home compared to when it was up here with trusses. I still have more strapping to do. I'm not sure about the detail right here where the plasterboard's going to come straight up. And I don't know if it can span that last 4 inches or not. I'm going to have to talk to my plasterer about what he thinks. But I got a piece of strapping on there on the sloped section right to the angle. Later today we're going to be running some tests on the house after we get all the loose stuff cleaned up. Because as you can see, there's still loose cellulose kind of just on the floor, on the windowsills. So we still have to finish cleaning up, but gosh, it's Monday, and last night they were out here till 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday. I mean, they really busted ass. Can't say enough about this company. Dolphin Insulation is just fantastic. They use National Fibers insulation product, which is a really great cellulose. I'm just extremely pleased all the way around. These guys have really been going above and beyond for me.